The Three Little Pigs, a folk tale retold by Andrea Petrlik Huseinovic. Once upon a time, there was a mother pig who had three little pigs. When they grew big enough, they had to leave home. Take care, said their mother, drying her tear. There's a big bad wolf living in the forest. Nonsense! Who should be afraid of the wolf? Said the little pig, swelling with pride. The big bad wolf really did live in the forest and was very happy to hear the three little pigs had left their home. Ha ha ha! He laughed. I can't wait to lay my paws on those sweet, naive little pigs. The pig named Florin loved flowers. When the three little pigs came to the flowery meadow, Florin said, I will make my little house right here. As a peasant carrying a bundle of straw was passing by, Florin bought some straw from him. The brother said, But Florin, the house made of straw is not firm enough. The wolf could blow it down. Nonsense. Who should be afraid of the wolf? Answered Florin, and carried on carelessly, enjoying the sweet smell of the meadow flowers. The two pigs went on. The night fell. Little stars shone in the sky. Florin was enjoying the sweet smelling night, happy that he had built his little house so fast. Just as he was preparing to go to sleep, the big bad wolf showed up in front of his little house and said, Little pig, sweet little pig, let me come in. Florin answered, I'm not crazy. I'm not letting you in. No, no, by the hair of my chinny chin chin. Go back into the forest where you came from. The wolf said, If you don't let me in, I will huff, and I will puff, and I will blow your house in. Ha ha ha, laughed Florin, and started singing nonsense. Who should be afraid of the wolf? The wolf huffed and puffed and puffed and huffed and puffed away this little house made of straw. Florin ran into the night. And what happened to the other two little pigs? After a few hours of walking, Sebastian, the second little pig, became very tired. I can't go on. I will lay down for a little while here. I will rest on this pile of sticks, said Sebastian. No, no, actually, I will not rest on them. I will use them to make a little house. Pablo, the third little pig, said, But Sebastian, a house made of sticks is not firm enough. The wolf could blow it down. Nonsense! Who should be afraid of the wolf? Answered Sebastian, and started building his little house to get some rest as soon as possible. Pablo went on. Just when Sebastian finished his little house, Florin came running from the forest. Quickly, quickly, let's get into the house. The big bad wolf is coming, he said, catching his breath. So Florin and Sebastian entered the house. Just a little time passed by, and the big bad wolf came from the forest. Little pigs, sweet little pigs, let me come in. If you don't let me in, I will huff, and I will puff, and I will blow your house in. Florence said, I'm not letting you in. No, no, by the hair of my chinny chin chin. Maybe you could have puffed away the little house made of straw, but this one is made of sticks and it is firm. Go back to your forest. The wolf puffed once and the house was still standing. Ha ha ha! Didn't we tell you that this house made of sticks is firm? The pigs laughed. The wolf took a deep, deep breath and huffed and puffed and blew the little house away. The two little pigs ran away as fast as they could. And what about Pablo? Pablo walked for 2 whole days, and then he came across a peasant who was selling bricks. He bought some bricks and started building his own little house. He built it for 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, and then finally finished it. Now I can, after all, paint in peace in my own little house, thought Pablo. That is to say, Pablo was a painter and longed for some peace and quiet. Just as he was getting ready to enter his little house, Florin and Sebastian came breathlessly and, catching their breath, said, "Quickly, quickly, into the house! The big bad wolf is chasing us for days!" They went into the little house, and before long, the big bad wolf showed up in front of the little house. "Little pigs, sweet little pigs, let me come in, or I will puff your little house away." Florin, Sebastian, and Pablo said, "We're not letting you in. No, no, by the hair of our chinny chin chin. Maybe you could have puffed away the little houses made of straw and sticks, but you will never puff this one away. Go back to your forest." The wolf puffed once. The little house was still standing. The wolf huffed and puffed and blew and did it twice. The little house was still standing. The wolf huffed and puffed and blew 3 times. The little house was still standing. "Now I'm really angry," said the wolf. He took a huge breath and puffed and huffed and huffed and puffed as hard as he could, but he could blow nothing away. And 3 little pigs went happily to sleep. The wolf walked around the house all night thinking how to get to the little pigs. He thought of a plan. He would go through the chimney. Suddenly, 3 little pigs heard some noise coming from the roof, and when they looked out, they saw the wolf getting ready to come into the house through the chimney. Pablo said, "Quickly, let's hang on a pot of hot water under the chimney." Luckily, the wolf wasn't very good at climbing, and little pigs had enough time to boil the water. The wolf jumped through the chimney, fell straight into the hot water, and burned his tail terribly. Little pigs opened the door, and the wolf ran into the forest as fast as he could. What happened next? 3 little pigs lived together for some time, but Pablo couldn't paint in peace. So he told his brothers that it was time for them to build their own houses. Very soon, Florin and Sebastian built their own little houses, but this time they didn't make the same mistakes. They built firm houses made of brick. And what happened to the wolf? Some say he's still running through the forest, cooling his tail. But one thing is certain, he will never again think of coming into other animals' little houses. The end. Thank you for listening to the 3 Little Pigs on LMH Storytime.